Welcome to the practice of Yoga Nidra. Welcome home. So the first part of the practice is to get comfortable, taking time to arrange the body so that you feel you're well supported, absolutely at ease, and so that there is zero desire for movement. When you feel you're able to rest comfortably, settle into your chosen position and allow the body to become still, knowing that there is no need for any further physical movement during this practice. And now become aware very precisely of the position in which you're lying. Know the shape and posture of the body. Know the shape and arrangement of the room. Feel the contact points between the back of the body and the floor, or the side of the body and the floor. And become aware of the gentle rhythm of the natural breath. And feel the breath coming in and the breath going out. If the breath moves freely and easily through the nostrils, breathe that way. If it's more comfortable to exhale through the mouth, then do that. Let whichever is the most comfortable and easy way of breathing to arise naturally. And allow the outgoing breath to release the weight of the body down into the support of the earth beneath. With every exhalation now, consciously transfer the weight of the body down into the lap of the Mother Earth. Every exhalation is a letting go, as if you could give away the whole weight of the body. And allow for this letting go to be carried on the sound of the breath with a sigh or a hum, so that the sound vibrations settle the body and the breath down into stillness. And as the body settles into stillness, observe the quietness of the body and allow for the breath to become spacious and free. Feel the stillness of the body and the spaciousness of the breath. Know that your practice of Yoga Nidra is held safely in a place of protection and healing. Know that the boundaries of the practice are secure, and that as you enter into the state of consciousness, which is Yoga Nidra, that you are held safely within this protected space. Invite now for the mind to follow the example of the body and the breath, to become stiller and quieter. Invite the mind to create a single form of consciousness. Allow that form of awareness simply to be, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Let that be the form of awareness for the rest of this practice. And now allow the focus of the mind to accompany the breath down into the space of the heart. Feel as if the heart herself is breathing, and evoke there in the heart a feeling of thankfulness, a sense of gladness simply for the opportunity to practice Yoga Nidra. Feel this gladness as a gentle warmth that radiates from the heart. Breathe into this warmth and be thankful for the opportunity to practice Yoga Nidra. As the mind enters the heart, hear the breath of the heart as if it were the voice of the heart's own wisdom. And listening to the breath of the heart, there are two ways to be with it. You can repeat your own sankalpa, your own positive affirmation, heart's prayer or resolve, allowing for the words of that affirmation to be repeated over 3 times in the present tense as if it has already happened. Alternatively, simply rest in receptive relationship to the heart's guidance. Be open now to whatever wisdom may come through to you on the breath of the heart. Welcome it. Know that the heart's prayer or resolution, the sankalpa or the guidance, is being planted in the fertile soil of gladness and thankfulness as you hear it now. And know that the sankalpa, or the heart's guidance, is surely already growing and thriving, manifesting in your life. And now take the attention back to the physical body and prepare to guide the mind around the body, as if the light of the mind's attention comes to shine on each part of the body in turn. And while the mind is traveling freely, following the instructions, the physical body remains motionless. It takes very deep rest. So allow for the light of the mind's attention to take the form of bright little stars as consciousness travels to each part of the body that is named. Place a star on that part of the body, leaving it to twinkle there. It is as if the whole body begins as a dark night sky, and as the mind travels around it, bringing bright starlight to each part, the body is illuminated like a great constellation of stars in the sky. Placing a bright star now on the crown of the head, at the eyebrow center, at the throat, a star on the right shoulder, the inside of the right elbow, right wrist, stars each at the right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. Star at the right wrist, elbow, front of the shoulder, over to the throat, and onto the left shoulder. Placing a star at the inside of the left elbow, left wrist, left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. Star on the inside of the left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, back to the throat. Place a star now in the center of the breastbone, over to the left breast, back to the center of the breastbone, and a star over on the right breast. And back to the center of the breastbone, a star there, and then a star at the navel, at the pubic bones, on the right hip bone, right knee, ankle, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Star in the right ankle, knee, hip, and back to the pubic bone. Shine a star over on the left hip, left knee, left ankle, Left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Left ankle, knee, hip, pubic bone, back to the star at the navel, back to the star in the center of the breastbone, the star at the throat. Bring the awareness back to the eyebrow center, and then rest the awareness in the star shining on the crown of the head. Be aware now of the whole body. Feel the whole body. Be aware of the stars twinkling along the whole of the right side, the whole of the left side, and both sides together. Be aware of the whole body twinkling with the light of conscious awareness, and then bring the awareness inside the body, up into the womb or the womb space, letting the light here shine in the form of a little moon, a moon inside you. See the light of the inner moon shining. See all the little stars twinkling now in the constellation of the whole body. And feel the whole of the physical body resting on the floor. Remain alert and attentive to the practice. I am practicing Yoga Nidra is the form of awareness. And now as the breath goes out, experience a sensation of extreme heaviness. Feel that the physical body is so heavy the bones could settle right down into the earth, so heavy. And as the breath comes in, experience a sensation of lightness, as if the body was so light that it might even float up like a puff of smoke, moving up into the sky, so light. And as the breath moves, alternate between these two extreme sensations, heaviness on the exhale, lightness on the inhale. And at a certain point now, invite for both those sensations to be held simultaneously in the witness consciousness, the heaviness and the lightness together at the same time. And now let go of this practice and simply become aware of the natural weight, shape and form of the physical body as it rests on the floor. And now as the breath goes out, allow for the light of the mind's attention to focus entirely on a single point in the center of the heart, like a little point of light there. On the exhale, gather the attention further and further inwards to rest at this single point of focus, a tiny point of bright light in the center of the heart. And as the breath comes in, experience a sensation of expansion, as if that tiny point of light were radiating outwards through the whole body and beyond. On the inhale, carry the light out into an expanding field of spacious awareness radiating from the heart. As the breath moves, alternate between these two experiences, inward gathering and focus on the exhalation, and outward expansion and radiance on the inhalation. Exhaling into the single point in the heart, inhaling outwards to expand the light. At a certain point now, invite for both to be held simultaneously in the witness consciousness. Be aware of the single point and the expanded awareness at the same time, together. And now let go of this practice and simply become aware of the natural boundaries, the shape and form of the physical body as it rests on the floor. And now just notice the body breathing. Be aware of the breath entering and leaving. Let the focus of the mind's attention rest with each breath. Count these breaths starting with the next exhale. Let that be the number 9, and then count on down to 0. If the count goes astray, it doesn't matter. Simply begin counting again. The point of the counting is to keep the mind attentive to each breath for the next 9 breaths. And wherever the count has arrived at now, leave off the counting and bring the focus of attention to the space in front of the closed eyes, the space where the dreams appear at night. Looking into that space, see there a dark night sky with stars twinkling. See a big silvery moon shining there among the stars, and as if from the vantage point of that moon, look back down at the earth and see yourself lying here practicing Yoga Nidra. And now looking again with such clarity of vision that everything on earth is visible in detail, see that you are in fact resting in a very special place, a place where you feel completely at home. Look down and see that you are resting on the warm earth, on a balmy night, in a beautiful circular stone temple. It is a healing temple, and you feel that you are completely at peace and relaxed in this place. It has no roof, and the light of the moon shines right down into the middle of the temple. Set in the stone walls all around the circle are carved images of goddesses, and resting all around the temple are many other women. You are dreaming together, all of you women at home in your beautiful temple. You are resting on the earth with your heads pointing into the center of the temple, and the moonlight is shining down on you, bathing you in its healing light. You are at home, at peace, and in a place of deep healing and power. You are in the temple of the yoginis, and you are welcome there. You are one amongst many. You and the other women rest in your power in the temple, under the twinkling stars in the moonlight. And as the moonlight grows brighter and clearer, the scene fades from view, so that all that remains to be seen is the light of the moon and the stars shining in the night sky. Deep in your heart there remains a potent quality of feeling, a sure sense of homecoming, a feeling of being healed and empowered. You know that feeling will remain with you to nourish you, and that you are always welcome to visit the healing temple of the yoginis. And with this feeling in the heart, allow for the focus of attention to come back into the space of the heart, and to hear the breath of the heart, and to hear how the breath of the heart carries the words now of your own sankalpa or positive affirmation, your heart's prayer, or remain receptively open to whatever guidance the heart may bring to you now. And know that the heart's guidance or the sankalpa are safely held in the nurturing space of the heart and are already manifesting, bearing fruit in your life. Of that you can be certain. Certain also in the knowledge that the protective, healing space of the consciousness of Yoga Nidra is carried out with you as we come towards the end of the practice. No, I have been practicing Yoga Nidra. I have been practicing Yoga Nidra. I have been practicing Yoga Nidra. That has been the form of consciousness. And now the consciousness shifts back to a more everyday form of awareness as the breath becomes a little louder. And as the breath becomes louder, allow for the sound of the sigh or the hum on the breath to reawaken you to a more everyday state of awareness. Hari Om Tat Sat, 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. This practice of Yoga Nidra is now over. And as you feel ready to breathe and move, stretch and wriggle. You can roll over to the side, sit up and open your eyes.